Now spent nearly 2 months being completely alone. And no, not even just living alone, we're talking completely socially isolated. I did it for a lot of reasons, and it sort of goes along with I decided to travel solo this year as well. I had a really bad year, a bad few years now. Just sort of built up until it all sort of went very downhill for a while, and I just came to the point where I was like, I need to sort this out now or completely give up. Travelling on my own, thought this would be another extra challenge. No social contact. Just wanted to share with you what I've learned along the way. I was going to plan this out, what I was going to say, but I'm really not good with that. I'm going to, if you don't mind, speak as I think, because that works better for me. I don't know where to start. Being completely by yourself, sort of confronted with all of your thoughts that you're kind of trying to avoid. Whereas before, when I was at university, if I had negative or intrusive thoughts, I would go downstairs, speak to my friends, meet up with someone, or most of the time I would get a drink and go out, because that's just uni culture. It's fine if you have the right balance, which I certainly didn't have. A few things I want to talk about is just being okay in your own company. When I first sort of got back into an okay mental space, I started looking into healthy habits to adapt, because I sort of wanted to take this time, an opportunity to better myself when I come out of this. Started looking into things that could help go towards that. Doing these things, I ended up stressing myself out loads more because I wasn't doing them right, it wasn't working for me, and I think that's really normal as well, and you should forgive yourself for that. What I want to state a lot is be gentle with yourself. I am the sort of person that beats myself up so much if I can't do something right or it doesn't work. I'm literally my own worst enemy in that sense, and I think probably a lot of people don't speak about it because they think it's just them. I realise I am diverging a lot. That's probably the consequence of not planning, but anyway. One of the first habits that I saw across all videos was drink water when you wake up, drink water when you wake up, blah, blah, blah. So I tried that. Instead, I thought I'd treat myself to this drink that I used to have back in the days. This time, by the way, really brought me back to a lot of things I did when I was younger and had more time to myself. And back then, I used to get bloat. I mean, I used to, and I still do, bloat at literally anything. That's another reason why I'm going vegan. I used to have this drink. My dad has it all the time. It's like he swears by it. It's lemon and honey. So you put half a lemon into a cup. I do it in thirds because I'm trying to save money, broke student problems. But yeah, half to a third of a lemon. Just fill it up with hot water and a tablespoon or a teaspoon, however much you like, of honey. And I have that, I'd say most mornings, but it's more like every other morning. Wake up on an empty stomach, and that really gets your metabolism going, and it's starting the day off right in a healthy way. Green teas and all of that are super high, but they've still got like added stuff into it that you probably don't even know about. And this is like completely natural. So my morning routine got slightly better, whereas before I was waking up not knowing what to do, but then feeling guilty if I wasn't doing anything. Then I decided to invest my time in yoga. And I'm the sort of person that if it doesn't work out right, then I can't do it. And I started with yoga, and it wasn't good at it, obviously, because I'd never done it before. I realised change comes slowly. It's an incremental process. It hasn't worked when I've tried to do things quickly, tried to get fit, and it hasn't worked and I've been annoyed. It's because it's a slow process. So what I did was 10 minutes every weekday. Wake up, have my drink, then watch some YouTube. Then I went over to my yoga mat and do just 10 minutes of easy yoga. I'd literally put into YouTube easy yoga, and I can link some down below. So it's much easier to take off your things in your to-do list and be productive when you're doing it in small doses. So say to yourself, I want to do 5 minutes of this every day. I like to do it because it's 5 minutes, and then when you end up doing it, you're already in that space of doing something that you're going to do more. Does that make any sense at all? So I say to myself, 10 minutes of yoga every weekday, and I always end up doing about 20 minutes to 30 minutes. That's the same with walking and a workout. So that's the 3 things that I implemented into my routine, and for next year I'm gonna keep it the same. Apart from the walking part, I probably will miss out unless I need to clear my head. I've literally rediscovered reading. We don't think we have time for these things, but we also don't realise how much time we're giving to other things. Swapped over them mornings and evening sessions that I'm on my phone, just like mindlessly going through things. I swapped it with a book. Listen to a lot of music. It fills that void of nothingness, I guess, when you're bored or whatever, when you're walking, and switch that over to a podcast. I'm learning about people's perspective, I'm learning about their insights, I'm learning about their outlook on life. Binge listening to certain podcasts. I love The Happy Place by Fearne. The Guilty Feminist is great. Joe Rogan's really good as well. Owning It, which is about anxiety, which was really interesting, but I wasn't in the right place to listen to that at the time. So that's just a few of my favourites. I will list a lot of them down below though, because I really want this to be valuable content. If you've actually got to this point and passed all the waffling, I was younger, because my mum's always been into skincare, we'd always give me products and I'd use them and like take care of my skin. Every night when I come home from school, I always have a little pamper session, all the oils on my face, and just take care of myself. And somewhere along the way I completely lost all of this. It's really helped me having this established nighttime routine. So it gets to like, I don't really want to say what time it gets to because it's really embarrassing because it's early, but honestly there's only so much stuff you could do in one day. After dinner, so like 6, it's still light outside, I'd have my shower. I listen to a podcast in the shower, me dry myself, moisturise my body. I just really have a nice pamper session with myself, and it really encourages you to like love yourself and self-care. I put on my oils, I massage it in, put all my oils into my eyebrows, put the remaining onto my hair, and it really helps me to wind down, take care of myself. If I had candles, I would light them. But just investing time into yourself. The whole nighttime thing has really helped me, and it makes me a little bit more sleepy. I get into bed and I'm trying now to turn the devices off. Everyone always says 1 hour before bed. That's hard for someone who's very addicted to their device. Yeah, as well about the dopamine detox, which is really interesting about that. I also found at the beginning, when everything was very overwhelming, writing up a monthly calendar. Not only was it so therapeutic to do, if you've got colouring pens, you can go ham. I've got some really old ones which don't really work very well, so it's a bit of a pain, but it still was so nice just to plan out the month. And when I say plan out, I mean writing down walk on Monday to Friday and yoga Monday to Friday, and then on Saturdays upload video. This isn't a plan, guys. This is a very gentle plan. It goes along with the sort of method of doing the very small incremental changes that if you do something extra that day, suddenly you feel more productive. Positive knock-on effect, like domino effect. Looking into this a lot recently because I've been trying to sort of train my own mind into being healthy. That's in the sense of mental health. I was in a very bad way. A lot of free content out there. The main thing is, this is a very important point by the way, whatever you think turns into an emotion, and the emotion then creates a behaviour. So the main thing that you need to sort out is your thoughts. So that's sort of what I've been focusing on. I know meditation is really important for that. But I have to say I have struggled with meditation, and it does take time, I know that, and I've had moments where it's worked really well, and that is very common, I found. The thing of being completely alone is I've really started to enjoy my own company, which is crazy, because if you looked at me last year, I physically could not handle being by myself. Look at me now, I'm very proud of where I am, and I'm saying I'm proud because I've realised the importance of being proud of yourself and feeling that positivity into yourself. So this is me actively reinforcing it. It would be a lie to say I don't have bad days, but I can say that the month of May I haven't had one bad day yet, and we're nearly at the end of it, which is brilliant, which means that all of this stuff is working. I never used to know what I wanted to do because it was always focused around other people, making them happy, and then that would fuel me. So I'd get all of my happiness from other people being happy, and then when I was on my own, I was like, oh, I don't know what to do now. Really working out what makes me happy and what I like to do, and that is pampering myself, that is reading, that is feeling fit. So it gives you a really great pause time to look back at yourself and think, well, I actually wasn't that happy doing that, and this didn't make me that happy, and change it going forward. So yeah, that's in a nutshell, and I say nutshell, this is probably a really long video, which I didn't want to do, but that's sort of the sort of stuff that I've learned so far, and I really hope you can learn from that. Just one more thing that I wanted to add. It does sort of make you emphasise with people that this is their reality for, and I think I can not say this in this sort of video. It really does give you some idea of what their life is. This is just a small period of time for me. And as much as I've learnt a lot and I've appreciated certain times of it, like, there's no denying it has been very hard. And it does make you realise how important the small gestures of kindness are. Just even people like smiling on your daily walk, it means a lot. If you were to say, not on purpose, but just sort of accidentally didn't really give the time to an elderly person, homebound person because of an illness or something like that, it would have probably more effect on them. And like, if I've had a few encounters with people that haven't been the best in this, and it's honestly just ruined my day, and that's only on a very small level, and I can cope with that. So it's not my reality, so it really does give you a sort of glance at what other people's lives are, and to definitely have more empathy for that and be more kind to them. Definitely give the time of day to the elderly, I'd say. I bumped into this woman down the road, elderly woman called Cynthia. She just wanted to chat. She said that she's lonely, and she sort of stands outside her door when no one talks to her. And I know it's actually heartbreaking to hear. I've spoken to her a few times now, and she's all alone. You can just imagine what sort of life that is. It's so lonely, honestly. Like, I don't think it's good for your like brain either. Like genuinely, I'm finding it hard to like cohere sentences together. And this is only after 2 months. Like, even on that side of things, like a functional side, it's not that good for you, I don't think. If you've got this far, thank you so much for watching. Really appreciate it. Please subscribe, it would really help me out.